If you guys want, we can listen to some Tay-Tay maybe tomorrow. Once I'm done this, we'll talk about what we're going to do for my final stream. Maybe my final stream of the year, which will be tomorrow. But we'll see. Okay, so it looks like we are live on everything. Everything is set up. Welcome back to the stream, guys. If you are here for the guild run, it is now, and we officially did beat AQ20. Not live here yet. Oh my gosh, you're killing me, Jarn. But yeah, so we are reviewing, guys, anybody that is here from the guild, pat yourself on the back for our Turtle WoW guild first run of AQ20 and completing it. Guys, if you are in on Pokemon, Turtle World of Warcraft, anything like that, Nintendo, give us a subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitch. We live stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We are right before Christmas, so happy holidays if you're seeing this then. If you're seeing this later, all good. This is a kind of more of like a guild review. If you're looking for more of a play-by-play on exactly how AQ20 works, this is all right for that, but we are not going to go into everything, mainly because I'm not a big AQ20 player. This is, I've only done this probably maybe 8 or 9 times in my total World of Warcraft career. So, this will be learning, and we will be doing better with our reviews of it as we play it more. So we are going to hop into this first poll here. One thing I am going to point out about these gladiators, and I learned this the hard way, is that these guys have retaliation. And as you can see, they do a lot of damage with the retaliation if you're not paying attention. As you can see, our very first pull, we almost wiped, and retaliation hits like a truck. So don't be like me and let it kill you. Don't let it kill you. That's the easiest solution I can come up with. Do better than us. But yeah, so retaliation probably means that these guys are better to burn mostly with ranged attacks. And then when it comes to the most important part is we're going to go into this next section. Now this next section here, it is best because of the pats to get a ranged hunter, to be more exact, to start doing the pulls. Okay, so we are getting Ash here to do the pulls, and whenever these packs come, you want to kill the stingers first, and because they do a charge. Now, part of that mechanic, you can see we are going to be stacking up so that the charges are not as big of a deal. So you will see us do that with our pulls. Okay, so here we go. We're all stacking up. We are trying to kill the stingers first, and that's all you're going to want to do. Kill the stingers, kill the wasps next. Stingers first, always. Stack up. Those are literally the only things. If you see poison, you know, don't stand in the poison. But yeah, that's literally all this is, and you just don't want to overpull because it can get chaotic really quickly. There is these little beetles. They're just neutral mobs, so you don't really have to worry about them. If you don't hit them, they want to hit you back. Also, quick little thing we are doing for the guild, guys. Start using consumes. I don't care if you're here from Severance. I don't care if you're a pug watching this. I don't care if you are from Club de Lulu, guys. Expectation, you need to be starting to use consumes. If you do not know what consumes you should be using, ask any of the offs. Well, ask Kazupal or myself. I think Maddie can also help you in the right direction on what consumes you probably need and or help you with a link. But for the most part, ask us if you need them. It's okay if you don't come with them, but come prepared to get an auction house open and buy them, or ask somebody and give them a tip, give them some gold for it. You know, we're at a point now where, you know, we want everybody to put their best foot forward because we want to start doing these harder raids consistently and beating them. And the only way we can do that is if everybody shows up and puts their best foot forward. So, Stinger has a skull. We're killing him first. Everybody tries to stack, and boom, it's that easy. Another thing we are now implementing too, guys, is For Club de Lulu, guys, beat me. Beat me and you will get a reward. Essentially, you will make enough gold to pay for all of your consumes. It's that easy. Beat on the overall damage, and whoever gets the most as a DPS ends up winning a prize. That's it. If somebody becomes the new leader and they beat me, then they'll be the leader for the next week. You'll be the one that everybody's trying to beat. So it'll be, you know, you want to bring your best foot forward all the time. Maybe we'll do a reoccurring prize if you win week after week. But I don't win a prize. I'm just there and I'm just doing my best and using my consumes and, you know, trying to get it done. So you clear out this whole room. Not a lot to it. We got a couple more of... sorry, I'm not going to take too long on trash here just while I'm talking. A couple more of these guys. Guys, remember, retaliate. It's really the caster's going to do a lot of the damage here. Because you can see, they can beat you up bad. Another room just with a full clear. We're going to rip through this and get to our very first boss. If I recall, this is a pretty classic tank and spank. If anybody in the chat wants to add any mechanics, please feel free to let me know. As you can see, this is a good time to use a couple of our consumes. I just throw down a scroll of protection just to get some extra armor so I don't die quite as fast. Going into the boss. There you go. Right, sand traps. Avoid the sand traps. I will pause it as soon as I see a sand trap. You do not want to stand in those. You can see it right here. If you stand in it, you will get hurt. And it hurts fast. It hurts real fast. So let's watch it. So sand trap is there. There is a point when I stand in the sand trap because it spawns underneath me, and you'll see how fast my HP goes down. Boom. Nope, not quite there. I got out too quick. And dang, we're getting some good crits off here. There we go. Sand trap. Oh, we got out of it. There you go. That is how quickly we lost damage. We lost almost half of our HP standing in that for maybe 3 seconds. So if you're melee DPS, make sure that you stay away from those sand traps. Because you can die very quickly, down to 2,000 HP. But yeah, otherwise, so the only thing other than this just being a classic tank and spank is you're moving around to avoid those sand traps for everybody else. I think I did a good job of going over DPS in these fights. But yeah, maybe this one I didn't, I don't know. Loot was mid on this. I did end up getting sword I wanted from a boss before, which I will do a video on that because I imagine we'll be doing more summons on those bosses down the road. More down the road. Okay, so kind of just scrolling over these. Eris from the guild and Kazupel did really good on that. Actually, we're going to go back 10 seconds. Let's take a look at this. Eris did really good on that. Kazupel is the tank. He should be doing really good on that. Yeah, Friday. Cinder. Jason. Where's Ash on there? Am I missing Ash? Am I drunk? Oh, duh. Okay, Ash is down here. Right below Fellspark. Okay. But yeah, so above me. There you go. Above Jarn. Phew. At least everybody's above Jarn right now. Okay. Very easy boss. Not a lot going on with it. Loot is loot. Okay. So this next spot now is a wave situation. A wave section where we have to do a whole bunch of waves. And somebody activated this before it started. Let's figure out who actually activated it. I'd be curious. Okay, so we're just here doing loot. Now, I don't actually know how the activation starts. Could have been Eris right there. Or if it's talking over here. But here we go. Oh, it goes right up to them and talks to them. And who is that? Who is that? Let's get a good pause and single him out. Blind Faith from Severance. I know you're probably not watching this video, but Blind Faith, we're still rolling loot, dude. We're rolling loot. Our off tank doesn't have full mana. Our main tank doesn't have full mana. Cinder doesn't. One of our healers, two of our healers, three of our healers do not have full mana. I want you to remember that, Blind Faith, if you ever watch this. If you're from Severance, go get mad at Blind Faith. Above me. It was me? No, it was... Snapping, you weren't even there, Snapping. Alright, so this time you fight waves. You have to survive the waves. You have an hour to do it. It doesn't take an hour, but it's a tough thing when not everybody's ready. We're in the middle of trying to get loot done, and we have to fight these now. Jarn was taking on the big guys. You go through. You do the best you can, especially in the situation where we were definitely not prepared for it. I was doing quite good on DPS for these waves. Unfortunately, I end up dying here though, so my DPS falls very, very far behind on this. But yeah, so you fight these, you do the best you can in this situation. But yeah, I think it's like 8 or 9 waves. I can't remember exactly how many. And then once you're done that, there's a boss. It's pretty much just all units we've been pretty much fighting the whole time. There you go. This is where I made a mistake. I was like, ooh, I should go back in there and help. I have less than 300 HP. I should have popped my health stone. I've already used a potion. I don't know why I charged in and instantly get cleaved, and I'm out of it. I'm number 2 DPS, and now I'm out for the remaining of the rounds. But we pulled through. We pulled through for sure. Unfortunately, I go from 2nd DPS, 7th DPS. Jason picks it up. Jason's doing good. Everybody's honestly did a great job on this. We keep going through it. I tried to kind of have better footage for it. And here comes the big boss. Now, before we even get to the boss, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us are down. But good thing Blind Faith is still there. Shout out to Blind Faith. Sorry, I'm being critical. You affected my DPS here. I was number 2 on the list, and I've now dropped to 11. So that's on you. That's on you, Blind Faith. Just so that you could be number 1 DPS. Shame on you. All right, when this boss comes out, it's classic tank and spank. Shout out to Jarn. Who else is still alive? I think we actually had to do a battle res here. But yeah, healers, a lot of people are dropping on this. I mean, this just came down to not being ready. But we burnt through it, and we got through it. Under normal circumstances, I'll actually point it out. I'm pretty sure under normal circumstances, you're supposed to fight him in this archway, because when he flings you, you just fling into the wall, and then you come back and fight him, so that he can't fling you all over the map. Like, positionally, this was not the best place to be fighting. All right, so we move on. And I actually, it's funny. So you can see it right here. Pretty sure you fight him here where I'm running back and forth. Because then if he throws you around, you just throws you to the edge and you walk right up to him and fight him again. All right, so we clear some more trash here. These guys, they do a couple of things. One is the meteor and a couple other things. But you kill them. you avoid a bunch of it. Unless you're Maddie, then you pull for everybody. Correct. But yeah, honestly, considering we're not doing too bad. And I'm skipping through another boss here. Let's go back. So we are back up to the next boss here. If I recall, I'm pretty sure this is just a classic tank and spank too. You might have a couple of things going on here. But honestly, it's nothing too chaotic. Nothing we had to worry too much about. I mean, I don't see any debuffs going down. But yeah, guys, use your consumes. I think it's really common that people are like, ooh, I'm going to save my consumes. But, you know, when they last an hour, they last 2 hours, it's like, just use them. Just use them. Be top on the list. There's no prize for second place. Literally, there's no prize for second place here. So yeah, literally, the Big Wigs is not giving us anything. This is just a tank plus a spank, and it is that easy boss here. Almost an execute phase. Billy Goat doing good here. I'm in second. I don't think that there's any way for me to catch up here. I start just blasting through. Eris has been killing it on DPS lately, though. Eris has been really picking it up on DPS. I really wish I'd gotten the plans for the blacksmithing here, but I just didn't get it. Hi, as you requested. Monty, welcome back, dude. We are just looking at a review of a raid we did in World of Warcraft on the weekend. We recorded it and we're just reviewing it with the guild right now to make a little video for YouTube. Okay, so we're just taking a look at DPS here. Eris Shadow did very well there. Kazupal, you know, Kazupal's Kazupal. Jason Lassus, you did good there too. I don't think I went over. I don't think I hovered over rotations here, but we'll just see if I do, just in case. And just a rule of thumb, guys, you always want to be above our tanks. You won't be above Kazupal, you just won't. But you definitely want to be above DPS of Jarn and Draco. And everybody's done that, which is great. Cinder was not, but I think, oh no, I think that he might have been AFK for that boss fight or something. Something went on there. All right. Well, I obviously did not go over it. So let's move on. But yeah, we motored through this. Monty, how you doing, man? How was your weekend? Let us know. We're just chilling here, having a good time going over this review. And okay, we are on to the next boss. I will explain this guy. So this guy's got really high armor, so you don't really want to waste a ton of time just fighting him. You can fight him. You won't do 0 damage, but the majority of the damage he gets is from the eggs. So you want to get the eggs to about like that 10 to 20% spot, and you can't taunt him. So he's just going to be like, I'm chasing somebody, and it will say it in the chat. And whoever he's chasing, you want to kite him over to the eggs, destroy the eggs. So it's pretty much everybody's job right now to go and get the eggs low. And then whoever he's following, just go to the closest egg. The only other thing in this is that I believe it's right here. It could be in one other spot, but the water gets deep. So you kind of want to like play around knowing that if you go right here, you're going to be swimming. You don't want to swim. You want to be running. So let's get into this boss. Otherwise, it's really not a terrible boss. Oh, let's kill the trash and we get into it. All right. He's labeled them, so it's a little bit easier for everybody. I just go to the very first egg. I see people are already on it, so we just move on to eggs. Monty today, and then tomorrow is my last stream before Christmas for going on holidays. So there you go. He's right here by the egg. He wasn't low enough. I wish I'd gotten there a little bit sooner. But now he is chasing. Who is he chasing? Sets his eye on Jarn. So Jarn is kiting him all across the map right now. Everybody's still alive. And it's just everybody's job to work on eggs right now. Really just work on eggs. So yeah, I mean, trying to get it down to like that 20% in execute phase is really good. And as you can see, there you go. He's right by an egg. We try to get the egg. Do we get it in time? And we did. And as soon as you kill an egg, an ad comes out. So I'm checking the egg. I do a little bit more damage. I just walk away instantly though. Here's the thing. You can kill the boss, but it is more important to do the eggs and then make sure the ads go down because he loses a good chunk of everything. I used them just to charge in to get in. One thing I could have done different is I could have just done more damage to him as we went rather than just doing eggs. Like I could have used him as like a pawn to keep on following. But can you please explain where we should have walked? Yeah, Jarn, you just walk around. You walk around. So I believe there is a spot like through here, but you can just walk around the outside here. But next time what I'll do, just so that it's easier, is I'll go underwater here and show you which parts are deep. But yeah, you can walk around here or you can go around here. I'm pretty sure you can see like there's a bit of a fade here. So you just stay out of this fade. I'm pretty sure. See it right here? He was running. We'll just go back 10 seconds. But I was swimming too, right? So yeah, swimming right here. I'm swimming. But if you pause, or I'll pause it as soon as we're done here. Right out here, he gets out and starts running right over here. So it's like more like this. You want to avoid that puddle, that full puddle. That egg almost destroyed. And then he diverts. So now he's on Jason. Jason brings him on over. Good job, Jason. We go for the egg. Easy. So now I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, all right, I'm just going to start beating up on the boss too. I'm pretty sure it's here or it's after the next egg. I should have been hitting him as we went. That would have helped my DPS. But like I said, this is, I'm not huge on AQ20. Not that I don't, I mean, I had a good time minus the end boss. But yeah, so he's down. We go to this next egg. We bring him again. And like really not a lot of damage has really happened to him. Yeah, a couple frost bolts, not too much. But all of his damage is really just coming from these eggs, right? One thing I haven't looked at the DPS is like if you destroy an egg, does your DPS go crazy? But yeah, so you'll see there's no eggs around. And that's when I'm like, okay, I'm just going to start hitting the boss. I'm pretty sure. I keep saying that. At some point in time, it's going to happen, though. At some point. All right. Another egg goes off. Another ad comes out. And they're elites. They're only 59, but still. You want them dead. Eggs are finally respawning. Eris is doing great again on this. Eris has been really doing a great job. I don't. He's been 60 for a while now, but you know, kind of came out of nowhere. You guys, I believe, met him in a BRD run, if I recall, while you were leveling your alts, and he's been, or maybe did some leveling up with Jarn, one or the other. There you go. But like, yeah, walking him around like that, that's fine. And here's the point. There we go. I'm just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to start fighting the boss. Let's just get damage done. I hit pretty good when I hit, so let's just keep on the hitting and just follow him around. It's also nice when our things proc too. Also whirlwind, like I can hit multiple things at once too. Jarn doing, oh, is that? No, that's Fellspark bringing him over. Good job, Fell. And boom, right into it. Jason found him and you leveled with him. There we go. That's awesome. But yeah, so there we go. So I'm just beating on him now. I could probably be helping do more eggs, but you know, we're at a point where we're actually doing really good on eggs. Jarn is down. Oline is down. I mean, that just goes to kiting. That's all there is to it. Another egg down. But he's close. We're almost in execution phase. Draco's being watched. And that's the thing. He just kind of... I don't know what causes him to change targets, but he does change targets. Now, this is more of an interesting... What makes AQ20 more interesting... I'm not even going to say it's more fun. More interesting than ZG is the fact that it's got way more mechanics in it. So now that the brain is out, we fight. But this boss, there's obviously way more mechanics, right? The final boss, there's even more mechanics, right? You can't just do a classic, get aggro, and fight him. That's like, there's other mechanics going on to it. So there you guys go. Billy Goat ends up doing top DPS there, which is, we do good on this. We do good. Only lost 2. Really, so far, we're doing a pretty good run. Okay, I think now we go to the final room. Oh. Yeah, now we just get to the final room, and we clear it out. We clear these guys out before we get to the end boss. So, this end, we ended up taking over an hour to do this. Just couldn't get it right, but we do end up getting it in the end. Now we do this boss, then we go to Wasp at the end. Now, rather than watching all the failed attempts, I'll explain how it goes on the attempt we got it on. Okay. So, on this boss, you cannot taunt him. It is all based on threat, okay? So you want to get a lot of threat off right away for the tanks, and this guy hits really hard. You'll see Kazupel in many of our pulls. He just gets swat once and is done. Or swat twice. I'm standing here because you have to activate these pyramids to get the boss a debuff. These tornadoes, stay away from them. They hurt. Easy enough. So we have half of the party right now standing on this rock here at the back. You can see they're in a safe zone. We are essentially trying to get, I believe, 2 of these pillars activated on the boss before we start DPSing. In that time, it is giving our tanks all the time in the world to build aggro. And then we have to keep cutting them to more of these. So the first one has gone off on him. Kazupal is gone. 1 hit. Okay? One of our healers gets hit. This is not looking great. Jarn goes and picks him up. Okay? Now we are kiting. I think this is the run we got him on. I might have went too far back. I feel like we battle res Cuz potentially though. Now, one thing is also, if these are too far back, these pyramids, you're gonna have to also activate them and them do nothing because you want them to spawn closer to him. So we got the second one off. Now we can start fighting him a bit. On me, I do not have a threat meter. I need to get a threat meter. Kazupal is on the getting a res right now. Getting some heals off on him. We are doing a great job on kiting him, getting him close to our next activation. I mean, this took us many tries. It will be way better next time. But yeah, you got to get him there for the debuff and do it by the timer and hurt him along the way. And there's no way to get like if you're doing too much damage, he'll start attacking you. There is no taunting here. Jarn's doing a great job though, keeping him on him. You got to do high threat moves like Mocking Blow, Sunder Armor, Revenge, if you can do it. Shield Bash, Concussive Blow, things that have multipliers that help you get more threat. So Jarn is down. Kazupal's back in it. Full health. That's our fourth pillar. He's at 40% HP. And I think this is a weird spot where we were kind of like, do we burn him or do we go to the next pillar? In the end, Kazupal says, nope, we are going to another pillar. So we do go to another pillar. Which was probably the right choice, even though he's all over the place right now. But Eris in the bear form, doing what it takes to get him to that last pillar. Jarn's back up with the battle res. Boy, oh boy, if this was our first run, it would have been like, boy, oh boy, you guys are clean. Clean AF. Unfortunately, it was not our first run. Okay, pillar activated. And I think this is where we take him down in the end. I don't think we do another pillar. Execution mode is, phase is right now. And there we go. We, of course, do our reckless, and he hits us away. Unfortunately, super unfortunate for us. 5 seconds left on it. Do I even get? Yeah, I got a couple of executes off with the recklessness. Helped me get a little bit higher on the DPS meter on that. But in the end, Eris did a great job on there. Billy Goat did a good job too. Cinder also, shout out for him for doing the pull in the end with the imp. But yeah, I mean, our last pull there was actually Kazupal going down with the battle res. It was about as good as we could have asked for, considering. But yeah, it took us a long time to get to here. And then the last one we've got is the Wasp Boss. Pretty easy. You clear out the room. Not going to go into mechanics there. This, you hit him, and then DPS kills Larva. While, melee DPS does Larva, while range DPS kills the Wasp. And then at some point in time, he will dive down on us and we have to kill him. Not really a lot to this fight. Here, get out of my face. All right, now he's down. Kind of a weird fight even for me, just to like get him in the right spot where I was even like swinging at him and hitting. But I'm finally hitting him. Now I'm just trying to catch up to all you range DPS because he's already half dead. The extra ads go in. Must be nice to be an AoE mage. And then you just literally burn them. If more ads come, you just kill them. There's not much to this at this point. Do your best to get as much damage as you can, catch up to melee or to the ranged DPS. Execution phase starts now, so we go crazy. Try it. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to be mad. Ash killed it there. We tried to catch up, and I don't think we did beat Ash in the end. Did we? No. Oh. Ash was pumping hard and even beat Cinder in the end there. Shoutouts. But there you guys go. That's AQ20. That's pretty much it. Very smooth, considering we did the route wrong and the end boss was rocky. But once we had it down, it was really good. So, you know, don't even full on blame us. For our first time, the fact that the first time we went into it, we completed it is better than we can say about ZG. First time we got into ZG, we did not complete it. First time we went into Kara as a full guild, we did not complete it either. So the fact that we are on a ZG completed streak and now have AQ20 under our belts, we are in a way better place. But yeah, guys, I'll give more tips as we do this more, as I learn it more myself. As you can see, the scenario, oh wow, how do you say that? Scenarian circle, it has its own rep. You can see I have it at the bottom of the screen here once it disappears for you guys. I had it up there, so pretty much fresh. I got 1500 on the neutral to friendly in one AQ20 run. To get gear for AQ40, you do need to get, I think, at least revered, and a lot of the items that drop in here you need to be revered and honored for too. So definitely not a bad thing to do the quests in Syphilis and kill stuff there. More AQ20s, AQ40s, which we are not at yet, but yeah, so we will be doing this definitely more as a guild, and this week, I believe on Wednesday, it will be back to ZG, so we'll be there for ZG4. Hopefully I'll be there. I don't know if I will be because of holidays, but either way, the guild will be there. So that takes us to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, follow us on Twitch, do the whole shebang. And remember, if you want to win the gold prize, just beat me on DPS. Come on, guys. Come on. That's all you got to do. Kazupal is excluded from it. Just beat me on the DPS. Whoever gets the top, or whoever gets the top total damage from Club de Lulu wins a prize. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. All right, guys. That's the end of the video.